Hello. I thought I would get on here and give my 3-week update for Tirzepatide. Excuse my bedhead. It's early in the morning, and if I were to try to go get ready to look nice for this video, I'd wake the baby up and, well, he's not a baby, he's 5, but my baby. If I woke him up, then I wouldn't be able to make this video. So it's a Thursday, which is the day I take my weekly shot. I started, let's see, today, I just this morning took my 4th shot, but I've been on, the shot for 3 weeks. So I wanted to tell you guys my update. I lost 14.5 pounds in the first 3 weeks. I wanted it to be like an even 15, but who cares? Couldn't make that happen. Sorry for the wobbly camera. So hopefully in this last week of my first month on Tirzepatide, it would be really cool if I could lose like the last 5.5 pounds. I don't think I could really do 5.5 pounds in 1 week, but if I could, then I would be down a full 20. So cheers for, here, I'll do a cheers with you guys. That's my sugar-free Red Bull. It gives me wings. So I'm just really excited because 14.5 pounds in 3 weeks is a lot of weight to lose, and I think you can, if you watch my first videos, you can already see a little difference maybe. I'm seeing a difference in my clothes. It's not like I'm wearing a different size, but it's just where I was totally, pushing the limits on some of my clothes. Excuse me. Oh, my stomach and stuff. The clothes are just fitting nicer, and it's making me feel more confident. And as you can see that I changed my hair color, I decided just before New Year's that for New Year's, like for a treat for myself and to set my intentions for the year, that I wanted to go blonde. The funny reason why I chose to go blonde, besides I think I look cuter when I'm blonde, is that I looked at the statistics and blondes make like $3,000 more a year. So blonde for more money for 2026. So anyway, I'm just really excited because I was really hopeful that this Tirzepatide would work, and I was right. It does work. It's helped keep no food noise like from entering my head. The only times I eat is when I'm like, it's probably a good time that I should be eating now, or if it's like a mealtime I'm feeding my family. So I don't feel tempted to snack. If I do get weirdly snacky at night, which sometimes I can do that just because that's just the way I've always been. Now I just have my husband buy me really good apples, like these really big, good ones. Like, he gets me like a Honey Crisp, and there's like another one he gets me. They're really good. And then I just put them in my room because I'm that lazy that if I get snacky at night and I'm really tired, I don't want to get up to go to the kitchen to get snacks, but then the snacks sometimes that are in my room are not that good for me. So I literally just keep a couple apples next to my bed. So that way at night I can have one if I'm like too hungry just to go to sleep without having a snack after dinner. Because we kind of eat an early dinner in my house. Excuse me. So, that's been working. So it's keeping the food noise down. Because I don't have any food noise, when it comes time to a mealtime, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I have to just grab whatever to eat, and I don't get tempted. So now I'm able to have the time to think, what do I want to eat? What should I eat? What's the best thing for me to eat? Where before I just ate whatever. So, I have been able to make sure that primarily my food is coming, is protein based, and then I add fiber in there with, vegetables, and I've just pretty much been staying away from just like needless carbs. Like I'm not really eating like breads and crackers and chips. And if I do eat any of those, I'm eating them in like the low carb form. But I really don't find on this medicine eating that type of food even necessary. I'm not craving sweets or carbs. I just, once I eat the protein that has some fiber and some like healthy fat in it, I'm so full I don't even want to think about food anymore. So it's been really great. It's making me feel energized. Just losing that 14.5 pounds has made a difference on some of my joints. I don't have inflammation right now, so I'm having a lot less pain than I never ever had. So when I go to bed, I just feel better. I don't know if I've mentioned this before in my other videos, but I have Parkinson's. I have the young onset form, and I just have a lot of weird aches and pains. I have to take medicine for that, but a lot of weird things that I have that come with that, they have disappeared. I mean, my Parkinson's hasn't disappeared. I still have to take my medicine for that, but a lot of the weird stuff that I usually experience, it's not there while I'm on this Tirzepatide. So I'm going to be a little sad when I stop taking it, because I really think I can only afford it for 3 months. I paid for my first month. I got a discount code for like the first time you join. I found that online. I had Grok look for a discount code for me. I get my Tirzepatide through Shed. I'll put the link below this video of if you're interested in joining. It gives me money off, and then I think you get money off your first thing. But if not, just go to Grok, and if you don't have Grok, Google codes for getting a discount on Shed. The cool thing is that if you do start it, and then you get your friends to start, or people that you know that you can tell about, if it's successful for you and you want to share that with other people, that'll get you like $50 off each month. And the medicine is only like $300 a month. So if you had several people, you'd be getting quite the discount. So my first month was $250. I paid that myself. My husband paid for this month. I let him know last month that for my birthday, this is what I was going to be doing. I mean, I did it, and then I told him. I didn't ask him. So, but I'm really happy that I did, because I feel like I'm getting my confidence for my looks back. I had my last kid 5 years ago, and I had him when I turned 40. He's my 7th kid I've given birth to. So my other kids, I was much younger when I had them, and losing the weight after having a baby was nothing. I didn't really think about it. I just nursed my baby's weight was gone, and had the next kid, moving on. Never got pregnant with any residual weight from another pregnancy. But this time, I never lost the weight after I had him. I just never did. So actually now, by losing this 14.5 pounds, I'm the weight that I was before I got pregnant with him. So that's really awesome. But when I did get pregnant with him, I was already, like, for me, what I consider overweight. Once I hit around 40, my metabolism just went, my stress levels went up. And so my goal, my starting weight was 227. I'm 6 foot tall, by the way, so you know, I'm not short, so keep that in mind. And now I've been between 212.5 pounds and 213.5 pounds. But by next week, that'll change, because I just took another shot. But my goal, my end goal, is to be under 200 and then just stay under it. So I'm trying to only pay for 3 months and then just get off of it and make sure that I just eat well and exercise. But if I can improve my finances, maybe I'll stay on it for a little bit longer. The other thing that's happened to me this last year is I started a business when my baby was born on Amazon KDP, where I'd sell like notebooks, coloring books, cookbooks, scrapbook paper, stuff like that. And it was a 5-year-old business, and it got really successful for me. For a stay-at-home mom, I was pulling in at least $1,000 a month, and then at the holiday times, you know, like a lot more than that. But something happened to my account. I didn't really understand it. I don't really have other people to consult with, and Amazon KDP does have customer service, but it's not like customer service that I feel like I can reach out and call. It's like emails, and I'm pretty sure it feels like you're dealing with people from another country, which, no offense, but that like limits the communication. So, long story short, after some glitches and some weird stuff that happened last year, I closed that account and then opened a new account because I didn't want to risk having that account closed. Because once Amazon closes your account, then you can't have another one. So, I have a 6-month-old baby business, and so I'm not pulling in the numbers that I did before because, I had 5 years, into the algorithm for my books and lots of customers, and I had like lots of followers. So, but I feel like it's a blessing in disguise because now I'm able to make my brand one concise type thing that has like a theme. I know more what I'm doing, so I feel like it's okay that like God closed that door to open another one. It's just that I really miss having an income. So I haven't really had an income since like last May. So that's why I'm doing things like trying to figure out if I can have the medicine for longer than 3 months. I don't want to put my family into debt, but me feeling healthy, I feel like is worth it. Not to put us in debt, but like it would help me overall just to do everything and be more successful. I really love fashion, and you can't really tell because I'm in my pajamas always, but it was just always a, like a passion of mine and a way that I like to express myself. But after having 7 kids and then the Parkinson's, like stuff that just like depressed me, it really just stopped. I let that part of me sort of die off, but I'm hoping that if I keep losing weight and get down to my regular size or under 200, that I could ignite my passion for fashion again. It's hard when you're 6 foot tall to find clothes that fit you no matter how thin you are. But if you are overweight and 6 foot tall, then it feels like it's even more difficult. You go to get the clothes and like it doesn't work. There's not enough fabric. So if I'm under 200 and like I'm more thin, then I can at least try to find something that'll fit my height. It'll have some extra fabric because I'm thinner. I know that sounds weird, but like if I get to be under 200, I'll have a lot more larger selection of clothes to choose from, and that would make me happy because I care about it. I don't care about it in a superficial way where I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm perfect. It's just like, how am I going to express myself with fashion if I can only fit into 2 things? Like I want a variety of colors and shapes and sizes, and I don't want to have to be like, oh, my body type, like I can't wear that whole category of clothes because it just doesn't look right on me. So those are my goals. When I do reach under 200, which, it might be a bit because I still have a little bit to go, my reward is I'm going to go thrifting because I live where thrift stores are just like the best. I'm going to go like either thrift a really great outfit or just thrift some really great pieces or thrift some clothes that I wouldn't wear because I feel like, like I want to really thrift some good jeans because that's the thing that I feel like when you're not the size you want to be that I struggle with. Like I don't want to have to get like just stretchy jeans. I want to get some like really good jeans that don't have to be stretchy to fit me and then look good on me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the thrift store and thrift like 3 amazing pair of jeans. I don't care what the price is. The only downside is my town sucks for this, okay? I need money so I can open my own thrift store here. Because if I ran my own thrift store, it would be the best thrift store in the county, maybe the state of California. Yeah, I would say that I could run the best thrift store in the whole entire state of California because I would have ample fitting rooms, like big spaces. I would pay somebody to be in front of the dressing rooms so I wouldn't have to be worried about theft, and we would just do the whole thing like regular clothing stores do where you take a number and take your stuff and then come back out because who wants to buy something that they can't try on? And no, I don't want to have to wear fucking, excuse my language, stretch pants to the thrift store just so I can pull something on over myself. So, one, I would have in this fictitious thrift store, I would have amazing fitting rooms with great mirrors and lighting, so people could feel like the superstars that they are when they're thrifting. I would have a window display. It would be changed out seasonally or monthly. I'd have mannequins in the store that I would have employees dress up in thrifted inspiration. I would give discounts when you know, for like every bag you donate, you would get like a percentage off of the purchases. And let's see. I don't know. I could have an amazing thrift store. I used to work at a thrift store. I won't say which one. I loved and hated it. The only part I hated about it is when I work somewhere or do something, if I want to improve it, I want to improve it. I don't want to be stopped by people who maybe can't think outside of the box like myself. I would make my thrift store a thrift store / coffee shop, and the books from my thrift store would be in the area of the coffee shop, so you could read the thrifted books, possibly play some games, like leave some games there, so people could hang out and thrift, and the whole vibe would just be like, you know, like an eclectic bookstore that just draws you in and you just get all the warm, cozy vibes. That's what my thrift store would feel like. So it would be the little book coffee nook shop attached to the rest of the thrift store, which would focus on clothes. I would have some home goods and I would have some furniture, but I'd rather have the floor space be for fashion, and then use a small space for furniture and home goods, just because I feel like the home goods and furniture can take up like everything. So I would definitely be more picky and choosy about what I accepted for that. But anyway, I don't know why I started talking about this imaginary thrift store. I'm not even going to stay living in California. I'm from California. I'm from here, but basically I'm priced out of my home. So being born where it's like the most expensive place to live, it sort of sucks. Like the beach is beautiful here, but the politics is not. And then it makes the people here not as beautiful to me because I don't know, it's weird. I don't feel like the people that live in my town. So we want to move because we want our kids, who, like, half of our kids are adults and the other half are still kids. We want them to be able to afford to move out, but they can't because adults here can't afford to move out. Like adults that I know that are successful, that went to college and have great jobs, live with their parents, and they're my age. We're in our 40s. So yeah, it sucks. So the plan is to move to Vegas. I've lived there before. I love it. Way less annoying. And I homeschool my kids. I always have 3 kids under my homeschooling have graduated. One is going to graduate after this next semester, so that will be 4. I have, in our family, it's a blended family. It's yours, mine, and ours. So 2 of our other kids have graduated. I didn't homeschool them because they didn't live with me. I didn't raise them. They're my bonus kids. I don't like to call them step kids because I feel like that, I don't know why, but that word feels negative, and they're not step anything. They're the same loved in my heart as my biological kids. But where was I going with this? Oh, I've homeschooled. But in Vegas, I might try public school. So they have less annoying politics. There you can claim that for religious purposes, you don't want to vaccinate your kids. I'm not anti-vax, but I am anti-giving newborn babies 10,000 million shots just because somebody says so. So I'd rather be able to pick what I'd like to do and when I'd like to do that. So you can just say in Nevada that for religious purposes, yada yada, and they won't look into it. And I like that because I don't think the government should be in any of your business. The government is supposed to work for me. I don't work for the government. I want the government to be this big. So, because think about it, we're all just born onto this earth. No one owns the earth. No one owns you. So the government just needs to back off. And also, just to throw this out there in this weird Tirzepatide thrift store rant, I don't want to have to pay taxes anymore. I can't wait until they stop making people pay federal taxes, because I feel like it is complete theft. Like theft. So the more I become a business owner, I just hate it. I don't want to give my money to the government, because I don't even like what the government does with money. Like, you suck at spending money. I'm talking to you, the government. You're in debt and you can't have my money. So I'm hoping by next year, come back to this video, no more federal taxes. So that's another reason why we're moving to Vegas. I like their state taxes, and their stuff is just, they're better. They're better than California. And they don't even have the things that California has. California has everything. They're like the golden child that has everything, and they don't know how to do anything right because it's so corrupt here. Like, I hope hell rains down on Gavin Newsom and all the Democrat fraudulent caca. And say what you want, but if you don't live here, you don't understand how much deception goes on here. They say that they're going to help the homeless, blah, blah, blah. There's always been nothing but homeless in California and drug addicts. And all they do is make it worse. They take all the money that's for the homeless people and the drug addicts. They keep the money, and they keep the people homeless and drug addicted. So anyway, I don't know. I'm going to just get off this rant of that stuff, because you guys are going to want to follow me. You're going to be like, oh, I thought you wanted to talk about Tirzepatide and books. But yeah, you can't separate myself. I'm all these things. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you stayed this long, kudos. If you have any questions about Amazon KDP or Tirzepatide, or you just want to say anything else, make sure you comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll put links for my Amazon bookstore down there, and links for my shed stuff if you guys want to try this medicine out. Thanks for following along. Bye.